I have tried to film so many times today, you guys have literally no idea. Hi, fellow humans! Welcome back. I am back. I thought I would film something a little different today. I thought I would just introduce you guys to my pets. I'm gonna be pretty transparent. I don't really have that many ideas going on right now. So if any of you have any suggestions for what you guys want me to film, I like anything beauty, food, pet related, anything like that. I'm game. So without further ado, let's just get into it and introduce you to my two fur babies. First up, this beautiful big ginger boy right here. This is Chuck Norris. Full name is Charles Xavier Norris, so he is a cross between Professor X and Walker Texas Ranger. When we adopted him at the shelter, his original name was Chuck, but we thought it was perfect because we saw what a lively little guy this was when he was a kitten, so we thought the name suited him already, and we just decided to tack on some more epic names. In hindsight, maybe we should have named him something more tame, something more, zen, because as a kitten he was really crazy. Now he's mellowed out some, not so much, because if you can see the Christmas tree back here with the big old dent, that is Mr. Norris is doing. The last year when we had a Christmas tree, it was too light because he kept knocking it over so many times, over and over and over. So we had to give it away. I bought this bigger tree for this year, hoping that he wouldn't be able to knock it down, which I have succeeded. He has not been able to knock that one down, but he did make it his own little cozy home. One of the recent things he's done to give us a headache is I came home from work the other day and I found that he had broken into his treats. He ate a whole bucket of treats all by himself. Not only did he do that, because he binged, he also threw up in multiple places. Hi Bruce, I'll introduce you in a minute. He threw up multiple places on my carpet because of the binge, and he was super you could tell he didn't feel that great, but you could also tell that he had no regrets. If I can find it, I'll insert the picture of his little smiling face leaning into his dad's shoes after the all-day bender he went on with those treats. So he's a pretty smart guy, pretty crafty. He knows how to get into our cabinets. He can climb almost anything. He's very, very smart. He also knows how to say no thank you, so he doesn't really scratch. He's really good with kids. If he doesn't that was Bruce. If he doesn't want you to pet him, he will extend his paw, no claws, and as if saying no thank you. He enjoys to knead. He's always making biscuits. He's a sweet guy. He sleeps at night, which is great. And we were told that at the shelter. They were like, yeah, he's really weird. He sleeps all night. And to this day, still does. So happy about that. But also not so great because he sleeps on my side of the bed, so he's always up in my business. Never, not really bothering Chris as much as he bothers me. But yeah, if I can find any clips with Chuck, I will insert them. Oh, he is also quite the screamer. He's super vocal. I'll get to you in a second. Super duper vocal. Always screaming. It's a miracle he's not screaming right now. Normally when the cameras are off or when other people aren't in my house, he just spends all day meowing for attention. Especially if I'm giving this little guy Bruce some attention, this guy gets jealous. Again, if I have any clips of him screaming, I will definitely insert them around this time. What, Bubba? Hey. What? So I guess that brings me to my other fur baby, who has been patiently waiting this whole time, and he just ran away. So let me see if I can catch him. This is our newest addition. This is Bruce Willis, Christopher Ryan, named after his dad, Christopher Ryan. He is a ball of energy, and he fits in really well with Mr. Norris. I feel like they both encourage each other to be naughty. He is super duper cute. We adopted him in early August. He is 6 months old now. He still doesn't sleep throughout. He still doesn't sleep throughout the night yet. So he thinks that 3 a.m. is a perfect time to play. Pounces on our face. In fact, I don't know if you can see, I may have done my makeup really well, but he pounced on my nose at 1 o'clock this morning. I did not appreciate that, but I mean, we got a kitten. He's gonna do kitten things. It'll pass. I really hope it'll pass. Some of his things, he really loves playing with little toy mice. So like the little cheapy toy mice, like the ones that either have the feathers on the end or just like a piece of cloth at the end, that rattle. I buy them in bulk off of Amazon, and he makes those go missing all the time. And then we end up finding them days, sometimes weeks later. We found a couple buried in the litter box because he tries to hide them from Chuck because he doesn't want his big brother playing with his toys. I found them in shoes, buried in the bed. My husband's gonna hate that I said put this on the internet. But one night, Bruce, we don't know how he did it. He managed to stick the mouse into my husband's shorts. And he woke up feeling uncomfortable, like there was something poking him. And sure enough, there was a mouse in his butt. So we have to put him away in our bedroom and with his litter box and stuff and toys while we eat, until he learns that it's not okay to hop on the table. It's not okay to dig your claws into people's hands to try to get the food that's in the person's hand. He's getting there. He's getting a little older now, so he's getting to be a lot easier to deal with than he was when he was first adjusting to the house. But I'd say overall, he's a really good addition to the house. He and Chuck get along pretty well, I would say. They sometimes fight, mainly over toys, just like children. I mean, I get them one of the same toy, but they'll argue over the same one instead of just each having their own. And sometimes they get into it if Bruce, because he's a hungry boy, if Bruce tries to eat all the food, so we'll serve like wet food in the evening, and Chuck will eat a certain portion, but Chuck eats a little slower than his little brother, and Bruce will devour his portion and then come for Chuck's. And we're still trying to teach Bruce that he needs to, respect Chuck and let Chuck eat his stuff. So that's a tricky thing, but it's being worked on, and I would say, Bruce is making improvements. So far, he hasn't gotten into nearly as much mess as Chuck did when he was a kitten. He also is pretty afraid of the Christmas tree. Not sure why. He just stays away from it. Of course, he'll run to it if Chuck knocks over an ornament from his perch. But for the most part, Bruce stays away. I mentioned it in the first video, he likes to suck on fingers. But recent development, I finally bought him a pacifier. We found a little pacifier small enough for him.
Bruce! Bruce! It's a Bruce. Hey, Chuck. Good boy. What a good boy. I know, Chuck. I know. I just getting this really important footage. I know. Come here. I know, Chuck.
He hasn't taken to it fully, but I have hope that he will eventually like full on like it, so that way my poor cuticles can get a break, because he's relentless.
Ow, Bruce. Ow, Bruce.
Like, my sister has cats, and my sister's cats are a lot more mellow. I feel like their personalities are a lot more like I guess all cats, I don't know. I don't think there's such a thing as an introvert or an extrovert in the cat world, but I would say her cats are pretty introverted and my cats are really out there. So if people come over to visit, they don't hide. They greet you at the door. They're really curious about new people, new things. Almost too curious. But Chuck, I know for a fact, really good with little kids. Bruce, we're still trying to, work out, because he still uses his claws a lot. So we're still trying to, like, for now, I mean, with COVID, we don't really see a lot of little kids or people in general, but we're trying to teach him not to use his claws all the time with like positive reinforcement, like treats when he doesn't use his claws, what have you. And it seems to be working. He doesn't use his claws nearly as much as he used to. So there is that. But for the most part, a pretty short video. Like I said, I only have 2 pets, and there's only, like, I can only go on and on for so long with 2. So yeah, that's it. If you guys liked this video, if I didn't already say it, I may have already said it, but if I didn't, feel free to like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing. I'm gonna try to upload once every 2 weeks. I still don't have it down to a day of the week because the computer I have is a dinosaur, so I'm really at the mercy of whenever that, like, the video finalizes in the computer and when it finally uploads to YouTube. I usually am editing Sunday into Monday and then trying to publish the video on Mondays. But like I said, I don't really know, because my dinosaur of a computer still it's not reliable, is what I'm trying to say. It's not reliable. The words just weren't coming out. But yeah, for the 14 of you that are now subscribed to my channel, thank you so much for subscribing. I really hope you guys stick around. And follow me along on this YouTube journey, because the more comfortable I get, the more I kind of want to share of myself. Trigger warning if you're not open to talking about like weight loss and that kind of stuff, so you can stop watching here. But for me, one update, I have officially lost 32.8 pounds, so yay! So I am trying to see, maybe posting a short video about what I've been doing, what's been working for me, what hasn't worked for me in the past. So let me know if you're open to me posting a video about that, because that's something I really want to look forward to. Other things that I do want to I do want to publish, I definitely want to do like some, not really a big old feast of a mukbang, but like me eating like a little bowl of ramen and talking to you guys. And I do want to like do, I guess not necessarily like super fancy tutorials, but like get readies with me, like my first video. That was a lot of fun to do. Definitely flexing on my collection was a lot of fun. So yeah, so if you guys are open to just getting to know me, getting to know what my world is like, yeah, subscribe, stick around. There's more to come. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you. Bye.